Hello, in today's session we are going to discuss on how you can capture input from the user of application, maybe using the input box in a VB coding. And to begin with, as I told you that the Visual Basic program is a Microsoft object-oriented language, meaning that you can write the code using any of the applications. So I'll use the publisher. So you start on the All Apps, and then you can scroll down and select the publisher. Then from the publisher you can click on the blank, and then from the blank we can change this orientation. We can change it to landscape, and then from here you can go to the file, and then options, and then go to the customize ribbon, and then you can tick on the developer and then you can click OK. So here we have the developer, and then you can click on it to see the groupings, and we have the Visual Basic here. You can select it, and now because we want to use the Visual Basic we can insert the user interface, which is the form. We click on the form here, and there we have our form. So because we want to capture the input from the user, we can maybe have the button. We click on it, and then we can drag here to draw it, and there we have the button. So you can just double click to go to the code area, and from here you can start by declaring maybe a variable. You can say dim maybe a dim last name, last name. Remember, last name will be our variable, last name, and then we can say it as a string, the data type as a string. So we have declared our variable, and since we want this variable to be captured or to be entered by the user, we can maybe say that this is our last name, this is our last name, this is our last name is equals to, we can give the equal sign, and then from here we can say maybe input box, and then we can give the instructions to what we want to be inputted, and then we can say please enter your last name, maybe please, remember this one is a string, so it needs to be in quotes. You can just say enter last name, or enter your name, enter maybe your name, and then to output this name entered by the user, to output maybe the name entered by the user, we need to message box. So we have the function message box, and then we can say we can give maybe what you want it to display for us. You can give it in quotes. You can have an introduction string. Here we can say maybe hello, and then we can use the concatenation to join or to reference our variable, and we can use the sign ampersand there, and then here we have we can give this as the last name, here, as the last name, our variable was the last name here. Remember, our variable should not be under that, and then we can try to output it, we see, and there we have that. Let's try to output it. If we click on it, there is a provision where we are supposed to enter the name, and then we can say the name is, maybe you can say it is Morris or Morene, Morris, maybe Morris, and then we can click OK, and there I have hello Morris Monene. So you can see there hello Morris. So you can see here we don't have the space in between the words. So what do we need to put that space? We need to put another space string here. So we can have, maybe for instance, we can have the space there, and then we use the ampersand, and then here we can use the other double quotes, and then inside these double quotes we can click the space like that. So let us now try to run it to see if the words will be spaced. So here we can enter our name. The name was Morris, and have the Morris. Here it is, and then we can click OK, and here you have a very good displayed word, hello Morris. So that is how you can capture the input from the user using the input box. And that brings us to the end of this session. I was your trainer, Morris Morene. If you have found this video of great importance to you, please consider subscribing, like, and share it. Thank you.